the absolute finest entertainment on the internet. Join us in fighting back against evil.
It's hotter than a blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red. Who can holler till we're dead? We're down to turn up. We're up to get down. Saying, hey, y'all.
Planet Hank, live Thursday night, 8 p.m. The finest form of entertainment available now on YouTube in vertical format. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. We always like to get together live, have a little discussion, and talk about the wonderful town of Brattleboro, Vermont, and all of the things that we have brought us together involving the Brattleboro news, what I've been working on, etc. Now, let me go out and set the mood a little bit. Who's in a good mood? If you're in here, you're in a good mood. You're ready to cheers to the Brattleboro news recap. Let me know in the comments. Write something in there. Tonight's a special kind of show. It's full of all kinds of the finest news across the land. We are streaming out of Vermont. Have a little drink. Who's in the comments? Let me read some comments off. Says, here as usual. Jeremy writes, what's up, fellow Patriots? Frigid out. Palm Springs was 80 today. Field trip, question mark. Miss you, Hank, buddy. Let's get weird. Okay. It's time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this into my story, because lots of people watch stories. They don't even know. They don't know what they're doing. So one thing we like to do here on the Brattleboro News is we go wild. We started discussing the news footage, the police action videos that I have been collecting for almost 2 years now for the town of Brattleboro. It's had a wild reaction. I have caused an emotional response throughout the community. Some people mad, saying how awful I am, how terrible the news is, and others saying, thank you, Hank. Thank you for standing up for our community. And it's very important for people to understand that sponsors and business advertising is what funds and helps produce and make this all possible. Is those sponsors, those people stepping up and putting their business name on the Brattleboro News. And I'll tell you, doesn't it kind of make you feel a little more secure with those businesses, knowing that they're one of the good guys and that they will stand up and do the right thing and stand up for the truth? Because that's the way it makes me feel when I think about who has supported me and who has supported this, as opposed to the people trying to tear it down, when it seems like most of the problems come from the people who are a little upset by the Brattleboro News. Now, let me remind you a little something here. If you can't get mad, got you covered. Came here to get mad. We have got you covered. The Brattleboro News Recap Show. Finest news and Richard Trigger warning. Well, today's show is going to be nothing but the finest, the very best for everybody, and here it is. Take a peek. We're going to see the lewd and lascivious activity story. Disgusting. Oh, 69A on Elliot's moving. They closed down, and I got a whole bunch of juicy details. 12% tax increase again. What is Vermont thinking? Blackboard E-, Isaac Von Evans. And we got a Christmas party scheduled. The finest Christmas party of all, December 17th, 6 to 9. The very best host, Planet Hank. Now, if you don't know me, what I do is I create with my camera and with my talented self, I create the Brattleboro News. I have some breaking news for everybody now, okay? Breaking news for the public, and I'm going to release that momentarily. What I'm going to do, we've got a very important news story that we are going to play. And I'm going to break some news to everybody, something you haven't heard before. And I want to make sure that I do that in the absolute finest way so that you can all be a part of the fun and I don't do it wrongly and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to shift gears and we're going to head over to our newsroom and we're going to discuss the very best news coverage of Brattleboro, Vermont, the Brattleboro News. Now look at it doesn't grind your gears and you're not paying attention.
News.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, bringing you the latest from our community. Brattleboro police received a report that a male was naked inside his vehicle at the hospital. And when approached by security staff, he took off south on Canal Street towards Market 32. Officers began a search of the area and found John Oja, 52 of Brattleboro, in his mother's vehicle, naked in the HCRS parking lot. Mr. Oja has conditions of release not to be naked in public and was placed under arrest after a short verbal exchange before opening the car door.
You have drug paraphernalia in your bag. There you go. So look on. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Open your door. Open your door. Open your door, John. Open your door. Please open your door. If you don't open your door, I'll open it personally and you'll file damage. Are you refusing to open your door? Are you refusing to open your door? There's no discussion. You're going to open your door or I'll open it for you. That is where we're at. All right. You going to open your door? If you don't open your door, I'm smashing the window.
Officers found probable cause to request a search of Oja's bag and vehicle. They only found drug paraphernalia. He was arrested and transported to the police department.
Actually, they're in my bag.
Do you have pants or
Front bag? What's that? In my bag? Yeah. I had underwear somewhere there. Did you find it?
yeah, I don't care if it's underwear, pants, a shirt that covers everything. Just as long as your genitalia is covered up. I don't care what it is.
Okay. I don't understand why it's violating the conditions because that was just like something very nice.
You want to put your jacket on? Step on out.
Can you just give me a simple ticket? Or cheese. Alright, so it's a little bit. Yes. Okay.
John, do you have pants in there that you want?
No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't know where they are. And listen, I don't.
John, are these pants on your driver's seat?
Those are dirty.
Okay. You want your shoes?
No.
Are you comfortable like that? I'm willing to grab you whatever clothes you want out of your car.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just leave the car alone. And
Okay.
it's my mother's property.
Yep.
I go to the car here and
Good.
search on the jacket at least. It's an unusual punishment. Give me a cold like this. You can search my jacket once you get to the police station.
Is it just the one side pocket, Joe?
Yeah, no, it's one inside pocket and one on each side of my jacket.
On the inside?
No, just one on the inside.
Okay.
Yes. Where am I going?
Got safety protocols? Grainger has the Safety Pros 2 call. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at
I got ads on my
Has been
own
arrested
videos.
several times over the year, including a high-profile arrest where he allegedly lured a small child into a hotel room. According to affidavits, he has been arrested for lewd and lascivious activity several times over the last few months. Take a look at this incident. Knees spread apart, masturbating, and then smearing an unknown substance onto the lens of the ATM. 2 instances of masturbating in front of cameras at the jail, and this one is just awful. Through investigation, we revealed Mr. Oja had exposed himself and masturbated in front of a female firefighter who was trying to help him alone in the back of an ambulance. Mr. Oja has 4 current lewd and lascivious charges and a total of 7 felonies, 19 charges total, including a failure to comply with the sex offender registry charge, yet he is not incarcerated as of today. We are urging everyone to call Wyndham Criminal Division at 802-254-4401 and let them know you think the public should be protected against John Oja. I was able to get a comment from Lieutenant Eaton of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On October 21st, 2025, at approximately 11:52 hours, Mr. Oja was seen on security video at the Members First Credit Union. During that investigation, the officers learned that Mr. Oja had committed lewd acts while in the bank. He was later located and arrested for burglary and lewd and lascivious, and he was held on $5,000 bail. On October 14th, 2025, at approximately 10:11 hours at night, a naked male was reported banging on the window of a female's residence on Connecticut River Drive. He was reported to have long hair and was told to leave several times. The investigation identified this male as Mr. Oja. He was later located and arrested for trespassing and violating his conditions of release. Also, while in custody of the Brattleboro Police Department during this offense, Mr. Oja committed lewd acts at the police department and was charged for lewd and lascivious conduct. On September 16, 2025, at approximately 5:32 hours, while in the custody of the Brattleboro Police Department after being arrested on a warrant, Mr. Oja was committing lewd acts and was charged for lewd and lascivious conduct. On September 15th, at about 18:43 hours, a male was walking down Putney Road naked. He was later identified as being Mr. Oja. Mr. Oja was given a municipal ordinance ticket for that offense of being naked in restricted areas, and he was given a ride back to his motel room. While at the motel room, Mr. Oja was, while at the hotel room, officers observed evidence of drug use. This led to a search of Mr. Oja's property and discovery of drugs. Mr. Oja was issued a citation for possession of crack cocaine. On July 25th, 2025, at about 12:10 hours, during an involvement with our Brattleboro Fire personnel, Mr. Oja had committed lewd acts in their presence. He was arrested at the hospital and charged with lewd and lascivious crime. He was held on $500 bail. On June 29th, 2025, at about 7:44 p.m., a male stole some items from a business on Main Street. This male was later identified as Mr. Oja. He was arrested for burglary and violating his court-ordered conditions of release, and he was held on $10,000 bail.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. For the latest, follow me on social media and visit our website. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.
Like, honestly, I'm so disappointed in that. We are out of our minds to have that going on in our town, and then to listen to some of the shit that people are always complaining about, and what the issues in discussions and debates and public meetings are about. People are down there real mad, talking big about stuff that shouldn't even register at all, that shouldn't even come up. People are triggered out, mad as hell, screaming about national news or foreign topics and wars and waving flags for Gaza or whatever cause. But when it comes to stuff like this, they're dead quiet. Nobody does anything. How is he not in jail? How, someone, I'm going to read the comments here. Put some comments up. So, yeah. Lauren writes, failure to comply with the sex offender registry, and he's out free. I'd get hit harder for pissing in an alleyway. And exactly. What's the point of the registry? What's the point of any of that? He didn't comply. So now what? So it's just no trouble, a citation again. And he's manipulated the ordinance. Now, from what I've heard, the nude in public thing, as long as you leave your house, and all of that was designed around this. Why are men allowed to go outside without their shirt on and their nipples exposed, but women are not? Great argument. Except, you see any women with their nipples out downtown? Is that the issue we have, is too many nipples downtown? That's not what we're talking about. We're trying to get John Oja, this guy on the registry who was arrested for restraining a 5-year-old child in his hotel room while he was naked, caught on tape, arrested for that. Jerking off in front of kids, arrested for that. The family contacted me. I'm going to get some of the documents surrounding that. It's crazy. They're all Planet Hank fans. Went to the credit union and jerked off and rubbed the schmeg on the ATM machine. In the paperwork, it said that they had a $25 cleaning fee. I was like, y'all better get a better cleaning service. $25? You better throw the whole ATM out. You better get an excavator service. I have some ideas. Okay. You better get an excavator service down here. Tear that whole little building down and try again. Okay. It's filthy. I'm not pulling my money out of there. Absolutely not. Nobody's going there anymore. Shut that bank down. He busted into Twice Upon a Time. He did the old hide in the clothing rack, and then they closed the store down, and he came out at night and did all his weird stuff, touching stuff and stealing everything. Out of his mind. Out of his mind. Jeff Bush writes, just put him in a wood chipper. Vanessa Thomas writes, I'm so mad, I don't know what to say besides thank you, Hank, for putting this on blast the way you have been. That's right. We're out here putting in the Lord's work. We got to talk about this stuff. There's tons of stuff that I bring up and I expose and the conversations that I start. And I think that it was way out of line. And I think a lot of people are on board with that. Of like this pushback this town had. They hate Hank. They hate what I've said and what I've done. Why? What are you talking about? What has been so offensive? I don't think that homeless people should be doing drugs and manipulating the system for benefits. I don't think we should put all of our money into nonprofits. What? I don't want drugs in the community. Stop it. Get off of the hate thing. You guys, you're going to need to accept the fact that my camera, regardless if you like my opinion or not, gives you raw information that otherwise has never been seen in this town and was not registered during political debates, during public meetings, during any type of discourse. People might have said something online, but they never had access to what my lenses exposed for this town. And, you know, somewhere along that process, some people have decided that that doesn't bode well for their ambitions or their pet projects or whatever their goals are. You know, hey, that's tough. Sorry. You know, cameras are going to show the truth. I'm going to expose the truth. I hope it lines up. I mean, I would hope that most of the people that are putting themselves out there in the world want to put themselves out based off of what's true and what's not true. But hey, it's almost 2026. So anything goes at this point because, I mean, I don't think I'd really be surprised because some of the stuff that people are screaming about downtown doesn't really line up with anything in reality. And so here's this guy out. And if you look at the politicians who are up in Montpelier voting for your best interests, discussing what laws should be brought in, what topics should be discussed, what should hit the floor and be voted on, none of what we're talking about or what we think needs to happen with John Oja is being represented at all. We've heard it. Wendy Harrison, she's got to go. She's your senator here in Windham County. We got to get her out of there. She's voting for hotel vouchers, decriminalization of drugs, decriminalization of prostitution, and the freaking affordable health care. I mean, the Affordable Heat Act, increasing costs for climate change BS. She's got to go. And I know everybody hates talking about politics because whatever. It's not even politics. Our generation, if you're around my age, I'm 42 years old. If you're around my age or younger, you're going to have a hard time getting anywhere in this state with some of the spending habits the boomers and Gen X have been doing with their political ideologies and narratives and all the crap they've been pulling. You're going to have no chance. It's not affordable to live here. There's no opportunity in jobs. We've got no revenue. Taxes are skyrocketing. Good luck buying a house. It's going to be 100 years old, going to need a whole rehab, insulation, windows, roof, right off the jump. Your furnace is going to go down. You're going to have to redo the whole house. And they're talking $350,000, $450,000 for a piece right now. That's not adding up. The math ain't mathing for Vermont. And somewhere along the line, you people are going to have to accept that some of the things that I'm saying is in your best interest. Tough cookie. Thou shalt not rub one on the ATM. And I agree with you. But I've got something very important that I'm going to show you. I've got breaking news for you right now. Breaking news. For you. I'm going to play a video for you. Now, this is it. So, and then I'm going to do a little bit more explaining after, but I'm just going to play this for you.
Tonight in Brattleboro,
So there was what seems to be an overdose death. The Brattleboro Fire Department just declared the person, in fact, dead. They're out there on South Main Street by Cross Street. I guess it's a female who was in a bathtub and possibly overdosed. They were suspected to be down in an overdose state for over an hour, which is a very long time for your organs to be shut down. Our first responders are heroes and did CPR for a long time until they had to declare the person dead. And now the Brattleboro Police Department, detectives, and the rest of the state officials are going to do their investigation and clean this one up. And it's very sad. This is an instant update. Thanks for subscribing and watching. There will be a lot more information on this one coming out once a proper press release is out and we know exactly what happened. So, with that being said, I am announcing now officially Megan Bishop, 39, of Brattleboro, has passed away over the weekend. And it was Sunday morning, very early in the morning, up by Cross Street. She came across the radio being down in a bathtub and being unconscious and unresponsive for over an hour. And I got the confirmation from the Brattleboro Police Department that she has passed away. Megan Bishop, 39, of Brattleboro, has passed away in a medical emergency off of Cross Street. December 7th, around 1 a.m., Megan Bishop, 39, of Brattleboro, passed away. With that being said,
Planet Hank Live, the absolute finest entertainment on the internet. Join us in fighting back against evil.
It's hotter than a blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hook and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all.
okay, so I want to do one of my favorite things to do all together, which is talk about my sponsors. Sponsors run the news, and if you are interested in being part of the team, one of our patriots here in Vermont, who, like I said before, when you are featured in the Brattleboro News, or what everybody else calls the truth, it basically lets all of your customers know, and people who actually have jobs, that you and your business is one of the good guys that stands for the right thing to do, which is oppose the mob of terrible ideas that has drawn homelessness and drug crisis and crime into our communities, driven our taxes through the roof, But what you can do is help support the Brattleboro News and become one of the finest businesses in the area, like these great businesses. Kings Electric has always done the right thing. They are the best electrical contractors in the area, the only contractors that I trust. And why? Because they stand up and do the right thing and fight back for the interest of our community. Along with Mike over at Kresge's Alignment. Go get your cars over there. Let him work on your vehicle. He understands that as a community, we got to stick together. The Rods people, the Winchester family up in Putney. Huge shout out to Rods for always supporting Planet Hank, the Brattleboro News, the truth, the right thing to do. And MOB Pilot Car LLC. Huge shout out. These are the leaders who aren't afraid of what co-op shopper is offended or which wrong individual is critiquing them for subscribing and supporting the truth, trying to hold the line against crime and drug abuse in our communities. I've got thousands of videos depicting what life is like in Brattleboro outside of the veil of the nonprofits and the political spin zone. No, the truth is represented in my videos. The truth is what gives me credibility. And those who would question my credibility or complain about what they see in my videos, maybe get to work fixing your community, getting on the right side. Why don't you help support the correct choices and the correct leaders and senators to represent these communities who are going to vote properly? We don't need more handouts and benefits and nonprofits and vouchers and drugs. We don't need that. We don't need 69A. It's not what we need as a community. A place where all people can hang out. When did running a town turn into let's find places for people to hang out and do drugs? Doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to anybody. Nobody's ever done that because that's dumb. That's not smart. Okay? Vermont families are facing a brutal 12% average property tax hike in 2027. The Vermont Treasury and Joint Fiscal Office just confirmed the statewide education tax is exploding again, with some towns looking at 18 to 22% increases. I'm sure that's going to be us. Watch. That's hundreds, if not thousands more out of every homeowner's pocket next winter. But who's to blame? Years of one-party Democrat control in Montpelier. It's a huge problem we have here. When we let one team basically control all the politics, anything they say goes. And all of how the system was built for both sides to basically have a say and to keep each other sort of on the right track. When one side has all the power, anything they say goes, even if what they say is wrong. Nobody's there to be like, hey, and we have the power to put a stop to it. It doesn't work that way. Bloated school budgets, massive new spending on Act 127, pupil weighting giveaways, universal free school meals, and endless green energy mandates that jack up electric bills, construction costs, all the crap, hotel vouchers. And then we have no minimum sentence for drug dealers. No treatment. Pardon me. We have no treatment centers, no mandatory minimums for drug dealers. Misdemeanor. Ridiculous. Can't keep anybody in jail. Get a citation, let them go. I just played the video of them letting someone go with a citation who had 50-something bags of fentanyl. Out of their minds. Vermont now spends $26,000 per pupil. Top 5 in the nation. Yet student numbers have dropped 20% in a decade. What? Taxpayers are funding ghost classrooms and 6-figure administrator salaries while class sizes shrink. Exactly. Young people can't live in this state. Governor Phil Scott's lone voice of sanity, the Republican governor, is pushing hard for school district consolidation, cutting duplicate superintendents, capping runaway budgets, Democrats and legislators, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, like slash administrative bloat, consolidate tiny school districts, give towns real budget veto power, and finally put a hard cap on education spending and growth. No more blank check for teachers union and progressive wish list. This is all the same stuff everybody's been talking about. And now we're dealing in town with the select board. I had to go and do several comments to our select board about why we need police and firemen in the town and their budgets need to be approved. Freaking no-brainer to most people, but here in Brattleboro, where the loony left is trying to run the show for some reason now, and we're letting them through laziness, somehow these people, you know what I mean, are getting themselves involved in government and starting to run things. It's insane. As we have almost 1,000 people live on X, make sure that maybe you recommend this stream to somebody who might be able to contribute to the Brattleboro News, might be able to, you know what I mean, throw some stuff in here, say something interesting, maybe help with some content, maybe write some articles, maybe you got a journalist buddy or somebody who's looking to expand, you know, some of their investigating skills. Hit me up. The Brattleboro News is always looking to expand and collaborate and hear tips and stories from everybody here in our wonderful community of Brattleboro. Now, here's another story. And huge shout out to King's Electric, the finest electricians in the land. Merry Christmas. Make sure you call them up and get your Christmas trees and Christmas lights lit up. You're going to need a couple thousand more watts. You're going to need a whole bunch of work done to do it properly. Shout out King's Electric. Hey, Brattleboro neighbors. So we got a true crime story that's hit Netflix right here. If you're in Brattleboro, you might remember the headlines from a few years back. Right here in our backyard. Netflix just dropped the Carmen family deaths. On November 19th, a new documentary shining a spotlight on a chilling case tied straight to Vernon. Just a quick 10-minute drive south on Route 5. It's got that eerie New England vibe with that family secrets, big money, and sea mystery that unraveled here in the valley. The Vernon hideout, the story centers on 3043 Fort Bridgman Road, an old colonial farmhouse that Nathan Carmen bought in 2014 for $70K. He lived there solo for years, pouring cash into it. There was some kills, big arrest buzz, May 22, FBI, Coast Guard, Brattleboro cameos. After his 2016 rescue at sea, Carmen debriefed right there. Remember the ABC interview outside the Holiday Inn Express. It's a stone's throw from Main Street, and it put us on the national map for all the wrong reasons. Check it out. It's climbing Netflix charts for its mix of interviews. Anybody have any interest in that? You can check that out on Netflix. Not that we approve of Netflix. And there it goes. Michael May, 2935. He goes, VT is a beep. Yeah. Todd up in X. What up, Todd? Make sure you remember that X is basically in love with Planet Hank, Brattleboro News, the finest news, the best news, okay? They love it. They're in love with it. And I mean, it's very obvious as why. I mean, just for instance, take this video. Merry Christmas.
I want a lawyer! I want a lawyer! I want a lawyer!
Who would just go into battle with complete fucking strangers.
Like a full Marine.
You cannot touch me! I don't want to hear a goddamn word from you!
Here, let's try from something. That's loose. You can talk to him at the PD.
No, I asked you to bring me.
Jamie, what you did? No, hold on.
That's true. Wednesday, she seems to be drinking green.
Oh, Merry Christmas. The finest news, the best news in the land, the Brattleboro news, the firebrand you can trust, all the stories, and oh my God, we gotta talk about our select board. Our select board here in Brattleboro is absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing. So December 22nd, there's a public hearing before the Brattleboro Select Board on an intro zoning bylaw that would make social assistance or charitable services a conditional use instead of a permitted use, so that they would have a bunch of actual rules and standards that they have to follow, because 69A LLC, which I went to today, by the way, and I have a huge project coming out about this topic, and I got some footage, and I talked to him out there, and I had a wonderful conversation with Franz Reichman today about a bunch of topics, but we discussed 69A. And so some of the questions that were brought up was, do we need a facility like this? Do we need a place in town where homeless people can go to and go inside and meet up and use the bathrooms and eat and go and hang out, and they go and smoke cigarettes, and they do a bunch of other good stuff. They hand out food, they hand out clothes, but what happens is something like 78 first responder calls of overdoses, terrible incidents, fights, 5 arrests inside the facility, but several more that they try to cover up right outside. And I'm always there, Johnny on the spot, to show you the truth. During their grand opening, they had a girl taken out on a soft stretcher, and the joke was, well, the stretchers may have been soft, but the drugs sure were hard. And we got the town manager and state's attorney. We got all these people standing out in front of this place, having beverages and snack foods while the ambulance drags this lady out and nobody even pays her any mind. You know? And the question comes up, do we need a place like that in our communities? And then it's like, well, do we need a place like that? And it should be, but so if it was run better and we had people with certifications and we're more able to handle some sort of emergency situation, should we have one of those places and staff it appropriately? But do we still need it? And that's where I am not even so sure that we need this. What do we need this for? You know what we need in town is some businesses that produce revenue. We don't need a place for people to go shoot up in the bathroom and call it an art space and skip all the rules. I mean, if we just go by the sample of their performance and what they've done so far, no, I would say we don't need that anywhere near a town that's suffering of drugs and crime like Brattleboro is. We don't need a place where people are selling drugs, using drugs, getting high on drugs, and then going and passing out there. We don't need that. There was a high-profile arrest involving a fight that had some pepper spray a taser, a knife. Someone was arrested for some cocaine. Some pretty big familiar names in town went down from a blowout physical altercation that happened right out front of this place. Now, if it wasn't like a hangout or a place for people to go, would it be popular? Would fights be breaking out there? Would anybody who is getting high go there if you weren't allowed to get high and go there? No, I don't think it would be as popular as it is now, where they have it sort of operating like a de facto illegal drop-in center or safe injection site. Shh, don't tell anybody. I mean, we got to get this done correctly. Okay, so I know it's December 22nd and select boards are awful. They're boring. But we all have to get together and start doing this. We want to have a community where we can make some money, buy some houses, have our kids be normal, just like go and do our lives, whatever the hell you think of or what your opinions politically. We all want to be able to do those things, 40 and below. We got to start taking a peek at what the crazy people are doing uptown at our select boards. It's annoying, and we shouldn't have to do this. We should have people who are qualified at uptown, but somehow along the way, we've lost our way, and we've got Isaac Evan Franz in there embarrassing us. He doesn't even know what the job is. He's not qualified. We got to get him out of there. He's sitting in a chair that should be sat in by Tim Wessel, who's been on the select board for years and would have made excellent votes and decisions on behalf of the best interests of our town. So we need to show up December 22nd and tell them, yeah, we need to hold 69A accountable, make sure that they're following all the rules, and we need to change it from a permitted usage for these weird pop drops and ideas that the radical left keeps coming up with for homeless people hangouts. We need to make those part of a conditional use so we can add some oversight and add some rules in at select board level. Get down there December 22nd. Let's talk about it. Straight up needs to happen. I'll be there, and we're tired of the BS. They can have a drop-in if it's legal and they're operated wonderfully. One thing that I've noticed is that we have a lot of caretaking in the United States of America. We have huge industry of old folks' homes and caretakers and all of this. And none of the care that we give to elderly people is done in any way like the care that these people are trying to give to homeless people. Nope. It's always some radical art space, bro. And they're always getting high and smoking cigarettes and like, it's never just like, okay, so you need a shower and some care. It's never done like that. It doesn't feel like that because it's not that. And they're lying to us, just like they lied on their permit application. They said it was an art space when it wasn't an art space. In order for them to run a drop-in center, they got to meet all kinds of standards. And for them to run a safe injection site, that's illegal. And so now we got ourselves an art space, and they're full of it. December 22nd, let's show up and show out. And I've got something else to show to you guys. Oh, let's do ourselves a favor and take a peek at the weather. It's not looking good. Okay. Ain't live show the weather. 7-day forecast. 32. Yeah, getting cold. 20s. Like, it's just not going up. One day the sun's out. Didn't see a whole bunch about snow coming, but not t-shirt weather. Not great. Live show. Best of everything. Best of everything all around. Okay. And I love you guys. I love you for supporting me and always watching my show and always coming out and seeing what my next big idea is. And so just watch this video and enjoy it. Man, more power to him. You know what I mean? Go for it, buddy. She's got that leg locked out like that. There was no reason for her to go down as hard as she went down. And I wonder what that guy who was there was thinking. All he did was a little boop, and down she goes. They all have masks on, so that also tells you a lot about who you're dealing with here. So I don't feel bad at all. Actually, I feel proud of him. Excellent technique, King. More power to you. And I love the Grand Theft Auto wasted as she goes down hard. She needs a wake-up call, okay? Maybe you're not built to be at work like this, Denise. Take your ass home. You're going to go down like a pile of bricks. I mean, maybe you shouldn't be locking that leg out like that. Situational awareness. Yeah, situational awareness. Okay, so we've got ourselves a situation here with one of the finest things and something I'm super proud of. We've got a Christmas party popping off coming up for, I know how I'm going to do it. Hold on a second here. Our Christmas party, December 17th from 6 to 9 at Bar 580. I want everybody to come out to that. Let's turn that back on. There we go. All right. Let me add this to the stage so everybody can take a peek at what I'm talking about here. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of lag, I feel like. Is it lagging up on you guys a little? A tad? Is it a tad laggy? Let me add this to the stage. Oh, I see what the problem is. We go there, and now we're going to go there. Now we're going to add my wonderful website. Okay. WCRCVT.org. Okay. And on here, you're going to see this wonderful countdown to my Christmas party, December 17th from 6 to 9 at Bar 580. Okay. We got 5 days, 21 hours, 1 minute, 54 seconds. Okay. And we've got ourselves one of the finest articles in the land, and it's up here on the website. And we've got this Christmas party poster right here. Now, one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting and donating Christmas presents for children ages 5 to 15 for a boy or a girl, under $20 gifts, please. And we're going to donate them to the Women's Freedom Center. And we're going to give them to kids. No kid should miss Christmas morning, regardless of what BS their parents are putting them through. And we're going to have Roy Spalding. Look at him as Santa. That's actually my buddy Roy in his Santa outfit. And he's going to be there so you can bring your kids out, your grandkids out. You can bring everybody out. And we're going to discuss Christmas in Vermont. And we're going to take pictures and play games. I'm going to dress up like an elf. It's going to be awesome. We have a violinist, fiddle player going to be there. I'm super excited about it. And the website is a big hit, and it's a huge plus for me. I'm so happy about it. And I hope you guys are too. The Planet Hank live show, the Christmas party, Santa's Christmas party, Bar 580, the absolute best Christmas party in town. Okay. And you all know it. So I better see you there. December 17th, 6 to 9. Hey, bring some other people. Okay. Bring your family out. Actually do it. You don't want drugs and dummies taking over your town, ruining your kids' lives and everything. Show up. Help support. Let's start growing our group. And if you feel like, hey, a lot of the politics and stuff are not represented, it's a bunch of old people. Okay, old people are cool. Let's add a bunch of young people on it, take it over, build it up, have some Christmas fun. Make fun of me for dressing like an elf, like I don't already dress like one all the time. I'm perfect. Perfect at being an elf, okay? And your comments are hurtful, okay? Your comments are hurtful. All right, let me read a comment. I see a very important. She says, my comments are vanishing. Well, it seems like a lot of them probably should be, okay? Maybe the Lord is doing a little of that work. Now, I would like everybody to acknowledge the fact that we have a very good boy out there. We have the best dog in the town here, okay? And I need 3 people to put up 3 dog emojis.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed. Cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you.
3 dog emojis.
So my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers. Cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better
3 people better put up 3 dog emojis in the comments. Where's the dog emojis? 3 people, 3 dog. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, man, I will snatch that bone back away from that boy, Marco. The Brattleboro News recap. We are looking for sponsors. Like I said, real customers will notice that you are one of the good guys and you stand up for the truth, and everybody will support you, and we will get this state back on track. The absolute finest, everything. Love y'all.
Planet Hank Live. The absolute finest entertainment on the internet. Join us in fighting back against evil.
It's hotter than a blacktop in July. Sweating like a sinner in a church. And I just wanna get out with my crew